Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Injective, seeing what's going on. This is actually doing pretty dang close to what we expected. Bounce off that ascending trend line, effectively doing very, very well. We're going to go ahead and update our fibs here a little bit just because they have since changed since last week's analysis. But what we can see here is a very ugly cup and handle pattern that did kind of play out. Price action comes up here to retest that resistance level, pulls back, and effectively is trying to break out now. It's not clean, not the best, but certainly did perform its retest there after a descending type of channel and more likely to break here. So we do kind of pull out some trend lines here. We can kind of see there is some consistency here in this bull flag type of pattern. So we'll look at that and a few other things. So if you're new to the channel, I just want to say welcome aboard. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. Comment below if you could, please help grow the channel. Absolutely get this in front of more people. And if we do take a look at Injective's back-end liquidation data, we can double check a few key factors here and understand that there's a lot of reasons why the price action could still pull back. Just kind of throwing it out there, a lot of liquidation here last month, down as low as about $23 to $20. So that $20 to $23 range is pretty large, and it's easy to recognize that that could be swept here at some point if Bitcoin does retrace to 67 or perhaps lower thousand. Okay, so just some kind of friendly advice here. Be very careful, secure profits as you can, because this is one of the few coins right now that is profitable. And generally, coins that are profitable in this kind of market right now are highly focused. Okay, the profits are going to be taken from that. Either way, we do take a look at the last 7 days. We can see a lot more liquidation to the upside. A lot of people trying to short this coin between 30 and 35. So I'd say a solid profit target consideration would be just above this most recent high at about 31.70, because that's a common manipulation tactic to just sweep those levels of liquidation and then price pullback. So secure some profits here soon if you are in the green. Consider that we are in the green here on this coin as well for Injective, one of our heavier profit targets for this month here. Now, granted, we did hit a couple of stop losses on Friday, of course, but they were stop losses, not liquidation levels. There's an important distinction there. A lot of people got destroyed because of that, whereas we, hit the little reset button, of course, but not a massive destroying your portfolio kind of situation. Friday was abysmal for longs. So at this point here, you want to just be careful jumping in or FOMOing into a long position, but this coin does exude a lot of good behaviors here, honoring its nice little trend lines here. And if we get a closure here at about $29 or higher, rough estimate, we're solidly looking as a continuation to the upside here for this coin. So no real reason for us to open a second trade. We've already have a trade open with Injective to the upside. We've secured some profit. So I may or may not consider a second one, but again, at this point, we'll see what's going on here if it's worthwhile. We're in between the important moving averages, below the 50 and the 100, above the 20 and the 50, below the 100 and the 200. That's generally a favorable place to be. Okay, we got to recognize here, though, this $31 mark, potential resistance with both those moving averages hanging out there. We're over 50 on the RSI. Very few coins can actually say that right now, minus Bitcoin. Stochastic's trying to swing up. Money flow index hanging out there at a good place. And of course, MACD's converging. So these are all very favorable signs. I like to see this. So we can summarize the daily as a pretty good situation, a nice bullish type of trend. We can also recognize here that we do have this nice little flag pattern that has a tendency of breaking to the upside more so than downside. Now, again, is this breakout going to be monumental to $40, $50, $60? No, that's not how bull flags work, specifically on smaller time frames. But the key takeaway here is that it keeps establishing lower highs and lower lows consistently within this range, and the breakout to the upside is higher because of that. We also have a lot of contributing factors on the daily telling us that, plus being over 50 on the RSI here is solid. Money flow index bounce off of 30 and stochastic swing up with a convergence in the MACD. There's literally no reason to consider shorting this coin, for one. And for two, there's no reason why the price action shouldn't break out, pending we don't see Bitcoin misbehave and just start dumping for no reason, which is a very distinct probability. Again, that's the creating market that we're in right now. We got FOMC tomorrow and Wednesday. And then, of course, we've got CPI data, a lot of fundamental catalysts that are going to cause Bitcoin to become a manic trading coin. And that's going to affect all coins. So just, again, low leverage, folks, low position size. Do yourself a favor. Don't over leverage. It's just not cool. Okay. It's like, it's kind of like when you were younger and you used to bring your lunch to school. You used to be like the not so cool kid. But then when you get to a certain age, you realize that bringing your lunch to school is actually smart and important because you're saving money and you're not like those other idiots that are eating out every day. Again, different strategy, different scenarios, but just some examples I'd like to provide. By the way, I have terrible analogies, so most people just laugh in the comments about that, and that's okay. If you want to, go ahead, but perhaps that one hit home for you. Okay, so looking at the hourly, let's wrap this up here. Ichimoku Cloud, still good. We're above the cloud. Conversion lines above the baseline. Lag and spans free and clear. There's really no reason why this coin isn't going to continue to take off. Again, this is not an exact perfect situation, but this is very, very good. In other words, we can see this perfect little break of this most recent high and a retest of it as a new low. It's a very good sign. So I think the likelihood of the price action working itself into a type of pennant pattern and breaking out is pretty high, all things considered. So that's generally what we're looking at here. Injective is pretty strong. I think there's no reason to bet against it, and the likelihood of the price going up is greater. Once again, only caveat here is if Bitcoin has a bad day, Injective might. But as you can see, Injective has recovered very strong every time Bitcoin does have a bad day. So minus any aggressive candlesticks to the downside, again, don't use high leverage so you don't get liquidated. You should be in pretty good shape to see the price continue higher. Again, these are the areas of focus. I'm going to post this in my playout charts on my Twitter and Telegram. Just so you know, I always have something along these lines here so you can kind of see what my thoughts are on different coins. So those are available here for you too. And if you're curious about becoming a community member, CryptoCache.tech is a site, link down below. May was a very good month for us. While we did have a couple stop losses again this month, kind of, had a little bit of a dip. Again, profits are profits, folks. If you're securing profits, you'll never, be in a bad position. And as you can kind of see too, just so you know, I don't love to short because they're inherently more risky. So again, low amount of shorts and, it's a bullish market, folks. There's no other way around it. I know we have some significant corrections, but you got to be very, very picky in how you short any coin. Don't short this one. I guess that's the easy way to understand it. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.